Here we go. Happy Tuesday. Today we're talking about circles and the equations of circles. All right. Writing equations of circles given certain things. Okay. We're going to have a test next Wednesday or Thursday, depending on when your block day is. All right. So a week from tomorrow or Thursday, obviously. All right. This will be our last day of new material. Okay. And then we'll just be reviewing the next few days. Okay. Bringing back some old stuff from the check-in just to see where you're at with the material. All right, so here for you up, I just want you to draw a circle. That's not a circle. Draw one that's better than that, maybe. Let's try that again. That's not one either. All right. Oh boy. Oh boy. I get it. All right, better charge this thing. Okay, one more try. That's not very good either. Okay, got the charger plugged in. Here we go. Let's try another one. That's still not very good. Okay, we're going to try one more. All right, that's even worse. All right, so let's move on. All right, so you guys can follow along with me on here, or you can try and do this yourself. It may be fun to play around with this a little bit if you want to. That's entirely up to you, okay? If you go in today's Schoology folder, you'll see links here. In our first link, we're trying to make a circle with the radius of 1 and write down the equation. So I wrote that down. Boom. X squared plus y squared equals 1. Same process with the radius of 2. There's the equation. So let's write that down. X squared plus y squared equals 4. There's a pattern I'm trying to get you guys to recognize. So hopefully you start to see it soon. Radius of 3. This is harder than it looks. All right. X squared plus y squared equals 9. Why don't you make a guess as to what a radius of 4 and 5 might look like? So pause the video. Hopefully you actually paused it. All right, because here we go. I got x squared plus y squared equals 16, and x squared plus y squared equals 25. All right, so it says, what do you notice about the relationship? All right, we'll look here. With the radius of 2 is equal to 4. Radius of 3, x squared plus y squared is equal to 9. With 4, it was 16. With 5, it was 25. So what do I notice? Number is the radius squared. That's what I can see. All right. There is explanation 2. We're going to go to link 2. I'll go back to that was fast. The number is the radius squared. Good? All right. Here we go. So linear point, move the blue point around and change the center. Okay. So my first center was 1, 0. So that's going to be right there. What is the equation? X minus 1 squared plus y squared equals 4. I should not do that. X plus equals 4. All right, now I want to find 0, 1. 0, negative 1. 0, comma 1. X squared plus y minus 1 squared equals 4. So x squared plus y minus 1 squared equals 4. 2 comma 2. Oh boy, what did I do? Nothing. Okay, 2, 2. Let's put that right there. So I have x minus 2 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 4. I can't keep. Oh, buckets. There we go. X minus 2 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 4. Negative 2, 2. I'm just going to pause it. How about that? And you guys can try and mess around with this if you want to. Obviously, it's really fun. All right, so do we notice anything about the relationship between the center and what goes on inside the parentheses? So if I had 2, 2 is x minus 2, y minus 2. Negative 2, 2 is x plus 2, y minus 2. 2, negative 2, minus 2, plus 2, and then negative 3 was plus 3, plus 3. I would say, if it's negative 3, it's plus 3. If it's positive 2, it's minus 2. So it's the opposite. Numbers are the opposite. Now, we can say something more, say something better than that if you want to. I'm just going to try to keep it simple as possible. It says, bonus question, what's the radius of the circle? Look, I have a bunch of 4s. What gave me a 4? And the radius was 2. So bonus question is 2. All right, so we are going to, this is the standard form of an equation of a circle. All right, the standard equation looks like this. It's x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So where h and k are the center of our circle. Okay, h, k is the center of your circle. All right, with center h comma k, and then the radius is r. So it's obviously equal to r squared. So to find the radius, I would just take the square root of whatever that number is. Okay, and then to find the center, it'd be the opposite here. So write an equation of a circle with a center. Actually, let's go to examples 3 and 4 first. All right. Given the equation of a circle, find the center and the radius. All right. Well, the radius is just the square root of 36, which is 6. The center is the opposite of each set of parentheses. So I have a negative 11, so it's 11, then a positive 12, so negative 12. Part B, center, x is positive 7, so it's negative 7. Y is negative 8, so it's positive 8. What's the square root of 25? Oh, that's 5. All right. So let's go write our own equations now. With a center of 4 comma 5 and a radius of 3. So if the center is 4 comma 5, x something, y something equals, well, what is 3 squared? 3 squared is 9. Positive 5, so it's minus 5. Positive 4, so it's minus 4. So really, the standard form is minus h. If h is a positive number, all right, if our x is our positive number, it just says minus whatever that positive number is. All right, think about when you subtract a negative, 2 negatives make a positive. That's why there's the sign change. Okay, so let's try this again. X minus plus y minus equals, well, 10 squared equals 100. So this is 100. Minus negative 6, or excuse me, negative 2. So this becomes plus 2. Minus negative 6 plus 6. 2 negatives make it a positive. So I have x plus 2 squared plus y plus 6 squared equals 100. I want you to try. Try to write an equation of the circle with the center of negative 6, negative 7, and a radius of 9, and then try to identify the center and the radius. All right, so here's what I got for number 4. X plus 6 squared plus y plus 7 squared equals 81. The radius is 9. I got 81. I have negative 7 for my y value, so this is a plus 7. I have negative 6 for my x value, so this is a plus 6. All right. For number 5, I got a center of negative 4, or excuse me, negative 8 comma 4, and a radius of 4. Square root of 16 is 4. Positive, so negative, opposite. Change gears for a little bit. All right, so we're going to try and graph these just as best as we can. Obviously, we saw from the warm-up that I wasn't very good at drawing a circle. But again, I'm going to do my best. All right, so the center here, opposite of our x is 2, opposite of our y is 3, square root of 4 is 2. All right, so my center is 2 comma 3. So go to 2 comma 3, make a dot. And what I'm going to do, all right, so to draw my circle, I'm going to draw 4 points. All right, I'm going to draw 4 points. One up, one right, one down, one left. So like I'm going to put a point there. Whoops, that's terrible. I'm going to do my best to go up 2 units here. Again, terrible. Let's go with blue. Up 2 units, make a dot. Right 2 units, make a dot. Make a dot, and make a dot. I'm going to do my best to connect those with the circle. Okay, I'm going to use the circle tool. You can freehand it, but I just want you to be able to I just want you to show me. All right, like so if this were a test question, okay, I would need to see something like this. All right, obviously your circles aren't going to be drawn perfectly. Like mine, that was pretty perfect because, well, I cheated. All right, I used the circle tool. Okay, and obviously I don't expect you to have that. All right, but if you identify the radius like this, all right, that it's 2 units in every single direction from the center, that's what I care about. Okay, try to do this one on your own, and then you can. I'm going to pause here, and then you can check with me. So this is what I have. I'm going to make my circle now. Connect my dots here. Using my handy dandy circle tool. And there you go. All right, so my center is -5, -4. My radius is 3, so 3 units in every direction. Okay, and you should look something like that. All right. This last one here, okay, we want to identify the center and the radius from the graph. All right. A couple of key things here. It looks like our center is at the origin. I don't know if you guys can tell that. All right, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going 4 units in every direction, but it's actually going 2, 4, 6, 8 units because this is 4 that makes this 8. So our center is actually 0, 0, and our radius is 8. All right, so it's 2, 4, 6, 8. So if we wanted to write this equation, if my center is 0, 0, I could do it 2 different ways. Okay, the really the correct way of doing it would be like this: x squared plus y squared equals 64. All right, that would be the most correct way, because if I wrote this, some of us may write this instead. And that's not necessarily wrong by any means, okay? But do I really need to write x minus 0 squared? No, I don't. 0 squared is just 0. So this really kind of drops out right here. Right? So this kind of disappears, right? And this kind of disappears. And it's just y squared, and it's just x squared. So really, the better answer would be this here. Okay? If you were to see a question like this on your standardized test, they'd probably want you to choose this answer, okay? Not this. All right, they probably would give you this answer, to be honest with you, instead of this one. You're more likely to see something like that, okay? There is going to be your favorite big ideas on this chapter, or excuse me, on this section. Hopefully this wasn't too confusing. I would have loved to be there, have been there for this one. But I'm not. Okay, so got a battle. I think this was okay. I feel like it should be okay. I feel like we are all just cruising right now. Okay, we're having a good time. We're having fun. Just don't have too much fun without me. All right. There's the big ideas. Okay, remember your big ideas. All of that big ideas stuff will be due next Wednesday or Thursday. Okay, next Thursday, realistically, that's when I'll check it. All right. All right. Have a great rest of your day.